Right now on Inside Texoma, we are taking an inside look at spring break. It all kicks off Monday, and I know there are so many activities taking place across Texoma. Here to tell us about more, representatives from both the Boys and Girls Club and also the YMCA.
My name is Amber Palmer, and I'm a Youth of the Year at the Boys and Girls Club for the Southwest Branch, and I'm just looking forward to helping out the kids and making it a fun week for them so they don't have a boring spring break.
My name is Carlos Martinez. I'm the Director of Operations for the Boys and Girls Clubs, and we want to encourage all the parents to come out and drop their kids off at our 6 locations and be ready to have a good fun time this week at the Boys and Girls Club.
My name is Trayvon Norman, and I am the School Aged Camp Director at the YMCA, and we've got a lot of great activities coming up for all ages. Come check us out, and we're ready to have some fun.
It all starts right now on Inside Texoma. Good morning, Texoma. I'm Ashley Fitzwater. Tomorrow kicks off spring break. So this morning we are taking an inside look at some unique, fun, and educational activities to benefit your kiddos. And joining me now with the Boys and Girls Club to talk about spring break activities is, first of all, Amber Palmer. She is Youth of the Year. We're excited to have you all here today. And of course, Carlos Martinez, he is the Director of Operations, and Barry Truitt, he is the Director of Program. So thanks again for all taking time to be here. We want to jump right into this. It's going to be a busy week starting tomorrow. I know moms and dads planning a lot of activities for the kiddos. So what is going on at the Boys and Girls Club this week?
We have a lot of stuff going on this week. Different themes at our 5 branches, all the way from a pajama party. We've got career day. We're going to have St. Patrick's Day. We'll have a day at camp as well.
So a lot of different options and choices, and I know we're going to dive into all of those, but Amber, can you just kind of start by telling us, and maybe all the kiddos who are up watching or their parents who are watching, how beneficial the Boys and Girls Club is and why that would be a great place to come hang out this week?
Well, for the parents it's beneficial because you can get your kids out of the house for spring break. And plus for the kids, you don't want to sit at home and do something boring all week. And when you go back to school, what'd you do for spring break? I sat at home.
Yeah.
And so you can say, like, oh, well, I went to the Boys and Girls Club and we had a theme week and I did this crazy thing with my hair, and you can explain all the fun things that we do, because that's the highlight of spring break, is doing the theme days and seeing who can do the craziest stuff. And those kids have some crazy imaginations.
And I love it. You get to express all that, right? Get all that energy out. You're right. And you're so honest, and I love it. You know, parents, give them a break this week. And of course, kids, you're not bored sitting at home. That's the last thing you want to do. So what are you looking forward to the most this week?
A break from school.
A break from school. Just having fun, right?
Yeah. Whenever I was little, I loved school. I was like, no, I hate spring break. I don't want to go away from school. And now I'm in high school, and it's very busy. I need my breaks now.
Sure. You still appreciate it, of course, but, you know, we all need a break from time to time. So absolutely. Now, what will be your role this week? Do you get to, take part? Because I understand you're also somewhat of a mentor, which I think is awesome. You know, being Youth of the Year, you're now mentoring other youth that come and take part in the Boys and Girls Club.
Well, I usually don't participate in the theme days much anymore because I don't have that big of an imagination, and plus that's more for the little kids anyway. So I usually just help judge them and pick the best one and tease them for their funny outfits. So that's
help encourage them to get involved, though, as well. So I think that's great. And is that, kind of the whole purpose, just to really get kids involved and interacting this week? Is that what is the goal, I guess, this week of spring break at the Boys and Girls Club?
For spring break, it is the opportunity for the kids to come in during their break and participate in a variety of activities and programs that we have to offer, above and beyond what we normally offer during the school year. But there won't be any homework or any homework help or anything like that. But they'll be able to come out and have a good time and just have fun and enjoy themselves and be themselves.
And I understand this is something that is open, I guess, to everyone in the community. Do you have to be a member to come take part this week? And it's also not too late to sign up either, but what are kind of the requirements that you're looking at?
The membership is $12 per year. That's $1 a month. They have to be between the ages of 6 to 18, so we have all those. We have 6 branches that will be open, and there are a variety of hours that will be open as well.
And so if this is your first time to ever go to the Boys and Girls Club, that's okay, right? You can just
Yes.
come tomorrow morning, come to the branch, I guess that's close to your home, and just walk in and say, I'd like to sign up for some of the activities. How does that work?
Yes, if a parent wants to come in to the branches, they come in, they fill out the application, pay their $12, and they can start participating in the club.
Are there any additional fees for the other programs that you are going to be offering this week?
No, that's $12 per week.
So $12,
Or for the year,
that's
yes.
great. That's a pretty inexpensive cost to have your kiddos, busy this week and making friends too. Do you make a lot of friends at the Boys and Girls Club?
Yeah, I was very shy when I first started going, and I didn't really have many friends at the Boys and Girls Club, and so I started going, and one of my friends just showed me around, and then now all the little kids know my name.
I bet they really look up to you, Amber, so that's exciting. So, see, this is someone there already that your kiddos can come meet. If there's any new ones, I'm sure you'll show them around, huh? Well, Mr. Trigg, can you tell us just a little bit about some of the programs that are going to be offered and maybe a little more information if parents are wanting some specifics?
You bet. I'd like to refer everybody to the bgcwf.org website that would give them a lot of insight into the locations here in town, give them some insight into who the branch directors are at each of these locations, and a little bit of insight into what's going on at each one of these locations, because there are special events. The thing to keep in mind is that it is fun with a purpose, and the purpose is to help these young people grow. We've got a good example of what the Boys and Girls Club can do in Amber in her Youth of the Year, and she's represented the Boys and Girls Club real well as a Youth of the Year for this past year, 2012.
Well, that's awesome, and I know we're going to dive into a little bit more of what you can expect, some of those programs and the theme days and everything else, and even how Amber got to this title. I'd like to chat a little bit about that, but first we need to take a quick break. To stay with us, more Inside Texoma is coming up. Welcome back to Inside Texoma. Once again, I am joined with several people from the Boys and Girls Club here to tell us all about the activities, and I know there's just too many to name every single one, but going on this week for spring break. And Carlos, if you can kind of just take us back to some of the different things that parents and kiddos can really expect this week.
Okay, sure. It's going to be a lot of fun. There will be a variety of activities going on, anywhere from the games room where they can socialize with the other kids and play pool, ping pong, foosball, those type of things. We have gyms in all of our facilities where they'll have low organized activities and games going on. It might be, if the weather is good, they'll go outside and play soccer and maybe some kickball and things like that. We have computer labs in each of our facilities as well, where the kids can get on the internet and have some fun. And arts and crafts, just a bunch of really fun activities.
Endless opportunities, it
Yes.
sounds like. Now, there are a couple things, because you said every branch is a little different, because that's the creativity, of course, of those involved at every branch. But there are a few things that are going to be consistent through them all that you would like to kind of showcase and tell us about.
Sure. The first one is on Thursday, we're going to have a day camp at our campground ball, and we'll be going out there from 12 o'clock until about 5 o'clock, and they'll get to go out there and get to see what our camp program is like. They're going to have low organized activities.
Oh, wow.
I think they're going to have a tractor ride and just some fun stuff out there, and that will give them an opportunity to see what the camp looks like, and hopefully they'll be able to want to come back and participate in the residential summer camp program as well. And then the other activity, and that again will be on Thursday. And then the other thing that we have going on is our National Photography exhibit, the local exhibit. And Barry can talk a little bit about that.
Okay, yeah, each of the locations that we have will be offering an opportunity for the kids to exhibit their pictures that they've taken in a variety of different categories. Each of the locations will select those pictures that they feel like would best exemplify what their club's all about. That will be taken to an exhibit that will happen at MSU Student Center. Midwestern State University is cooperating with us and allowing us to have our photography exhibit, city exhibit at the Student Center on campus. And from there, the pictures will be selected to go on and hopefully regional and hopefully and finally end up in a national setting where they can be judged.
Wow, that's really impressive.
Oh.
Now, is this stuff that they're taking this week, these photos?
Throughout the year, the photography program goes on, and there is an intensity increase towards the end of the program period where we have the pictures actually displayed. But it's an ongoing program in which they take pictures throughout the year and then are able to actually at the end, towards the end of the year, have those pictures exhibited. Again, all the activities that we have, we need to keep in mind are not just activities. They're there with a caring adult that's behind the scenes. Might be a foosball game going on, but behind the scenes you've got a staff person that's teaching social skills through that tool of the foosball or the basketball in the gym or whatever the recreational tool might be. There's a caring, sharing adult that's behind the scenes working with these kids, and hopefully, again, it's fun with a purpose to teach these kids how to be social creatures and interact with one another in a positive way.
Absolutely. Like you said, that's kind of the mission behind all of this, even though it's a week of fun, you know, kind of with the purpose. And I think that also gives parents a little reassurance. Like you mentioned, there are going to be adults, of course, on hand for all the activities going on as well. Now, numbers or locations, how do people, if they're watching this morning, you know, tomorrow morning kicks it all off. You said it's not too late. How do they go about finding out the hours? What are the hours we're looking at?
The hours that we're looking at, our central, our southeast, and our southwest branches are going to be open from 8 to 5. Our northeast and our Rosewood branch will be open from 12 to 6, and our northwest branch will be open from 11 to 8. So that means that we'll have the facility open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Wow.
that week.
A lot of opportunities. So if parents are working or anything, a great place for the kiddos to come. What about lunch? Like if for some reason, you know, they're going to be coming this week and they've never been to the Boys and Girls Club, does that $12, do they need to bring a lunch, bring extra for lunch? Does that include lunch?
They'll need to bring a lunch, and there will be snacks available to the kids.
Okay. Something else to keep in mind. So thank you so much. And Amber, really quickly before we leave, you know, you are Youth of the Year and such a big honor, and we just are excited you're here today to tell us a little bit about it. Can you tell us what that means to be Youth of the Year and even how you got to this position?
Well, I got to it by first because I started going whenever I was little. So first I just started off playing games and stuff all the time, but I was a good kid. I didn't get in trouble all the time, and I followed the rules and did all that. And then I got into Torch Club at my Boys and Girls Club, and so that taught me how to become a leader. And then now I was a member in Torch Club for 5 years, and this is my second year being a teen advisor. And then I'm now in my Keystone, which is the same thing as Torch Club, just for the older kids. And so I'm the co-president of Keystone too. And so I started doing all that, and so that got me more involved. And ever since then, I've just kind of grown and helped out more and kept all my stuff in line because I've learned how to manage my priorities very well.
Would you attribute all of that to the Boys and Girls Club and just, you know, a lot of that? I'm sure, you know, we don't want to leave out Mom, of course, giving you guidance at home and the rest of your family, but would you contribute a lot of that and, you know, your ability to grow and learn so much to the Boys and Girls Club as well?
Yeah. For my past Youth of the Year competition that I had at the North Texas Area Council, my speech that I had to give was about what the Boys and Girls Club means to me, and my main thing for that was saying that my Boys and Girls Club's given me confidence, self-assurance, and determination.
Well, there's no doubt she's a bright girl and definitely has a bright future ahead. Thank you so much. You're so well spoken. I love it. And thank you for taking time to, you know, really give us an inside look at spring break. I know it's going to be a fun week, Amber, so get ready. It all starts tomorrow morning. Well, we need to take a quick break, but we are not done talking about activities taking place in Texoma. Stick around, much more after the break.